What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Scott Talk. In an effort to get people to know more about me, I decided to do a Q&A, and this is 50 questions you've never been asked. YouTube tag. I've never read any of these questions, so we're just going to get right into it. It'll probably have to be two parts because it's 50 questions, but if I can do it in 10 minutes, that'd be great. All right, here we go. Question number 1. What's your favorite candle scent? This is a two-parter for me. If I'm at home, I love to smell bergamot and sandalwood mixed together, which is a hard candle to find, so I'll say sandalwood because those are easier to find. But when I'm walking through a store like Bed Bath & Beyond or the Yankee Candle Company, for some reason I love to smell rose scented candles. There's something about the rose scent that really makes me happy. Question number 2. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Ooh. Oh, that's what female celebrity? Whoopi Goldberg, or like a great aunt or something. I think she would be fun to be around at all times, and I really like her sense of humor, and I think that would just be kind of goofy, just lighthearted at all times. So I'll pick Whoopi Goldberg to be a big play sister or something. Number 3, what male celebrity crush do you wish? What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? Never thought about that before. I really like Ryan Reynolds. I think his personality is really chill, really laid back. And if you ever read any of his tweets, he's actually deeply funny. Like on a very Canadian people are funny if you ever get a chance to be around Canadians. And I like Ryan Reynolds, so I'm going with him for my brother. How old do you think you will be when you get married? Ooh, I'm not sure that I want to do that. I'll be 40 in a few days, and I don't know if I want to marry. Marry it's not like it was in the olden days. It's just too convoluted and messy now. 5, do you know a hoarder? Yes, I know a hoarder. My mom is a hoarder of clothes and hats and turbans, anything. She's very stylish. So anything that looks good, I mean, she's probably got 1,000 pieces of clothing, 400 hats, 100 or 200 turbans, and her jewelry. My mom. It's not trash and messy. It's just like so much. It's overwhelming. It's in like 4 closets and in a storage unit, and she's got a lot of and in her trunk. In her trunk, she's got a lot of stuff. Can you do a split? I'm double jointed, and when I was little, I could put my legs behind my head, but a split, no. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? I was 5. I was 5 when I learned how to ride a bike, especially with no training wheels. I was ready to go. All the kids in the neighborhood were ripping and running, and I wanted to get in on that. So as soon as I could, I was out of there. How many oceans have you swam in? I swam in the Caribbean Sea off of Jamaica and Puerto Rico, which technically is the Atlantic Ocean, so just one. How many countries have you been to? Uh, Jamaica and Canada. Just two, Jamaica and Canada. I was in Canada for a long time, Jamaica just for like 9 days. It was great though. Good weed. Um, is anyone in your family in the army? Yes, I do have cousins in the military currently. I do. I think he was in Germany for a while. I don't know if he's back yet, but definitely I do. What would you name your daughter if you had one? Sawyer. And it's a acronym for me, like it spells out something that I believe, but Sawyer would be the name for my daughter. I love that name. What would you name your son if you had one? Silas. I love the name Silas. I also love the name Jason, but Silas has always been since the show Weeds came out and the oldest boy's name was Silas. That's always been one of my favorite names. I just like the way it rolls off the tongue. Silas. What's the worst grade you got on a test? Probably a C. I was very smart in school and college. Yeah, I think a C is probably the worst I've ever. Yeah, yeah. I can't remember I mean, that would have been in chemistry because chemistry was not my friend. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? Okay, this is gonna be really funny because I was a kid, but I loved watching the show Amen and Bob Newhart. They would come on back to back together, and my younger sister, and I would stay up to 4 in the morning on school nights just to watch Amen, followed by uh, shit. I just said it. Bob Newhart. Yes, the Newhart show. So we were young, but we loved old stuff. Uh, what did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? Batman. I was a big Batman guy. I always loved Batman. Like, I like Superman movies, but I love Batman costumes. And they were mostly gray, and gray has always been one of my favorite colors. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? No to Hunger Games and Twilight, but the very first Harry Potter, I used to work in a book department of a store, and I tried to read it, but the Whiff and Poof and Huff and Puff. It just was too far fetched for me. I like drama and stuff like that, so like a quarter of the way through, I just stopped. And I enjoyed the movies, but the books I didn't like reading at all. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? I love to hear British accents. Like I like to watch Downton Abbey, and one of my favorite movies is Love Actually. I love to hear them, but I think I'm gonna stick with my American accent. It's a mix of Michigan and Texas, and I think it's all right. All right, I gotta go to part 2 now, so please go to the next video.